Did you know that in 2025, a record 500,000 people are expected to leave the UK? That's 500,000 individuals, and it's happening right now. The country's once stable foundation is shaking, and more Brits are packing their bags and heading overseas. Why? What's driving this mass exodus? Is the UK really on the brink of collapse? Or is there something deeper going on? Here's the shocking truth. People are leaving the UK not just for better weather or new adventures, but because they feel like they have no choice. The rising cost of living, skyrocketing taxes, and broken healthcare system have become too much for many to bear. And it's not just the everyday citizens. Skilled professionals, families, and even retirees are making the difficult decision to leave everything behind for a fresh start. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Are we really aware of the full picture? How much of this exodus is caused by things like economic uncertainty and climate change? What's happening behind the scenes that is driving people to trade their homes, jobs, and lives for a shot at something better? If you're wondering what's really happening in the UK in 2025 and why this exodus is happening faster than ever before, stick around. We've gathered shocking insights that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew. Stay tuned to discover the real reasons why people are saying goodbye to the UK in droves and what this could mean for the future. Ready for the truth? Keep watching. Number 10. Cost of living crisis. The cost of living crisis is one of the most glaring reasons why people are leaving the UK in 2025, and it's a problem that has only grown more severe in recent years. If you've been paying attention to the news, you've probably heard about rising inflation, skyrocketing energy bills, and unaffordable housing. But these aren't just abstract issues, they're realities that millions of Britons are struggling with on a daily basis. Let's start with the basics. In 2025, the UK is facing some of the highest levels of inflation in decades, with food prices, utility bills, and rent climbing at a rate that's simply unsustainable for many households. Energy prices, in particular, have become a massive burden. Imagine having to choose between keeping your home warm and putting food on the table. That's the harsh reality for a growing number of people in the UK right now. To make matters worse, the country is experiencing a housing affordability crisis. In 2023, the average home price in the UK hit record highs, pushing home ownership out of reach for first-time buyers, especially younger generations. Renting isn't much better, with rents rising year after year, and the shortage of available properties only making it harder for people to find affordable places to live. What's the solution for many? Leaving. People are fed up with being squeezed by high costs and are looking for more affordable places to call home. Many are moving to Europe, where living expenses are significantly lower, or to countries like Portugal, Spain, or Thailand, where they can live comfortably on a fraction of what they'd spend in the UK. In fact, a recent survey showed that nearly 40% of UK residents who moved abroad cited the high cost of living as their primary reason for leaving. So what's really driving this exodus? It's simple. When the cost of living becomes unbearable, people will seek out more affordable alternatives. And that's exactly what's happening now. Number 9. Housing market uncertainty. For many people in the UK, the dream of home ownership feels increasingly out of reach, and the instability of the housing market is a huge factor behind the growing number of Brits leaving the country in 2025. If you've been trying to buy a home, you probably know how tough it can be, but it's not just about high prices anymore. It's about uncertainty and instability that has made the housing market feel like a ticking time bomb. The housing market in the UK has been in a state of constant flux for years. On one hand, prices have soared to levels that are almost impossible for average earners to afford. On the other hand, the economic downturn, rising interest rates, and increasing mortgage costs have led to a situation where even those who can afford the inflated prices are struggling to secure a stable financial future. In 2025, the average house price in the UK is still high, and with the cost of mortgages and living expenses climbing, many people simply cannot keep up. But it's not just the affordability of homes that's causing concern. It's the lack of supply. There aren't enough homes being built to meet the demand, and the ones that are available are often far too expensive or located in areas that offer little in terms of job opportunities and amenities. This has left a growing number of people feeling trapped, with no clear path to affordable home ownership or even long-term rental security. So what are people doing? They're leaving the UK in search of a more stable housing environment. Countries like Portugal, Spain, and even Canada are attracting Brits with their more affordable and stable housing markets. In these countries, home ownership is still within reach for many, and rents are more manageable, offering a level of financial stability that the UK simply cannot provide right now. As the housing market in the UK becomes increasingly volatile, it's no surprise that many are seeking greener pastures abroad, where the dream of owning a home doesn't feel like an impossible fantasy. Number 8. Brexit fallout. The impact of Brexit continues to ripple through the UK, and in 2025, it's one of the key reasons people are choosing to leave. When the UK officially exited the European Union, many believed that the effects would be temporary. However, for many Brits, the long-term consequences have proven much more disruptive than anticipated. One of the most immediate effects of Brexit was the end of freedom of movement for UK citizens. Before 2020, Brits could freely live, work, and travel throughout the EU. But now, with strict immigration controls in place, those opportunities have become much more limited. For many, this shift has not only caused frustration, but has also made life more difficult, especially for those who had previously enjoyed the convenience of hopping across the continent with ease. Brexit has also made it harder to work abroad in EU countries. For professionals in industries such as finance, tech, and healthcare, where movement between the UK and EU countries was once seamless, the added bureaucracy and paperwork are major deterrents. Moreover, many British expats living in EU countries now face residency restrictions and increased costs of living as a result of Brexit's fallout. But the consequences are not just economic, they're deeply social. The UK's international standing has changed, and many people feel disconnected from the European community they once belonged to. This loss of cultural connection and ease of living has left many Brits questioning whether staying in the UK is worth the growing uncertainties. So, it's no surprise that people are seeking countries with better mobility, more work opportunities, and less red tape. Whether it's for career prospects or a simpler life, many are choosing to leave the UK for countries within the EU, where opportunities still feel abundant and accessible. We put a lot of effort into creating these videos for you, and if you found this one insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, and it helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Brexit is a major reason people are leaving? Or is there something else driving this trend? We'd love to hear from you. Number 7. Work-life balance issues. In 2025, one of the most surprising reasons people are leaving the UK has to do with the work culture, specifically the country's work-life balance. The UK has long been known for its intense work ethic, but as the years have passed, this dedication has come at a cost. Long hours, low vacation time, and the constant pressure to hustle have left many feeling burned out and dissatisfied. The reality for many workers in the UK is that they're clocking in more than the standard 40-hour workweek, with overtime becoming the norm rather than the exception. And despite all the extra hours, the rewards often don't seem to match the effort. The lack of a genuine work-life balance is leading to increased stress, less time for family, and a significant dip in overall well-being. As we see more people adopting flexible remote work options or looking for alternative career paths, the UK's rigid work culture feels like a trap. With other countries offering shorter work weeks, generous vacation policies, and a focus on employee well-being, it's no wonder that many Brits are seeking a lifestyle change. Countries like Denmark, Sweden, and the Netherlands consistently top global rankings for work-life balance, and they offer shorter hours, more paid vacation, and a strong emphasis on personal time. The opportunity to decompress, travel, and enjoy life outside of work is a huge draw for people who have grown disillusioned with the UK's relentless grind. For many people, a better work-life balance is not just a luxury, it's become a necessity. That's why more and more are deciding that moving abroad is the solution to regaining control over their personal and professional lives. We pour a lot of effort into making these videos, so if you've enjoyed this one, please hit subscribe. It's just one click, and it helps us continue delivering fresh insights. What's your take on the UK's work culture? Is it time for a change? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Number 6. Political instability. One of the most pressing reasons people are leaving the UK in 2025 is the growing sense of political instability. Over the past few years, the UK has witnessed an increasingly polarised political landscape, with deep divisions on issues like Brexit, the economy, and even the future of the country's leadership. For many, this uncertainty has created an environment of stress, frustration, and a loss of trust in the government. It's no secret that political decisions in the UK have left many feeling disillusioned. With frequent changes in leadership and shifting policies, it can feel like the country is constantly in a state of flux. The Brexit fallout was just the beginning, but it seems to have been the catalyst for a much broader sense of instability. Government handling of the economy, the ongoing debates about public services, and the failure to address key social issues have all contributed to growing dissatisfaction. For many people, this political chaos has led them to feel like there is no clear direction for the UK's future. When you combine political unrest with economic struggles and social tensions, it's no wonder that more and more people are seeking stability elsewhere. Countries with more consistent governance, clear policies, and political cohesion are becoming more attractive destinations. Places like Canada, Germany, and Australia offer a sense of political security and certainty, making them popular options for Brits looking for a more predictable environment to raise families, build careers, or simply live with less stress. In these countries, people can enjoy a sense of peace knowing that their government is working toward long-term stability, not constant upheaval. As political turmoil continues to shake the foundations of the UK, it's no surprise that more and more Brits are deciding that the grass truly is greener on the other side. Number 5. Healthcare system strain. One of the major driving factors behind the decision to leave the UK in 2025 is the strain on the healthcare system. The UK has long prided itself on having the National Health Service, NHS, one of the most respected public health systems in the world. However, the cracks in the system are becoming harder to ignore, and many are now questioning whether it can continue to meet the needs of the population. In recent years, the NHS has been facing increasing pressure due to a combination of underfunding, staff shortages, and overcrowding. The system is struggling to keep up with a growing and ageing population, leading to long wait times for appointments, surgeries, and emergency care. For those needing urgent treatment, waiting weeks or even months for medical attention is becoming the norm, something that was unthinkable just a few decades ago. The pressure is also being felt by healthcare workers, with many doctors, nurses, and medical staff reporting burnout and mental health challenges of their own. The understaffing crisis has created an environment where healthcare professionals are overworked, leading to lower morale and, in some cases, early retirements or moves abroad in search of better working conditions. For many Brits, the inability to access timely healthcare has become a significant frustration. Some are choosing to leave the UK in search of better healthcare options abroad, whether it's private healthcare in countries with more modern facilities, shorter wait times, or even universal systems that are better funded and more reliable. Countries like Spain, Australia, and Switzerland are drawing attention with their well-funded and efficient healthcare systems. These countries offer higher levels of care, fewer wait times, and better working conditions for healthcare professionals, making them attractive destinations for those seeking a better quality of life and healthcare security. We put a lot of time and effort into creating these videos for you, and if you found this one insightful, please hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, and it really helps us out. What's your experience with the NHS or healthcare in the UK? Do you think it's time for change? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Number 4. Weather and climate issues. When it comes to the UK, the weather is often a running joke, but in 2025, climate issues are becoming a serious reason why people are leaving the country. Brits have long had a reputation for grumbling about the rain, grey skies, and cold temperatures, but recent shifts in weather patterns and environmental concerns are making many rethink their decision to stay in the UK. One of the most notable issues is the increasing frequency of extreme weather events. From floods to heat waves, the UK has experienced a rise in extreme weather, and many are finding it harder to cope. The wet, dreary winters can be soul-crushing, and with rising global temperatures, even summers are becoming more intense, with heat waves that are causing discomfort, crop failures, and even health risks. As global temperatures rise, areas that were once known for their temperate climate are now seeing periods of intense heat, leading many to question how long they can endure these unpredictable changes. For many, the UK's unpredictable weather is no longer just an inconvenience. It's a significant contributor to mental health struggles. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, which affects many during the long, dark winters, is on the rise, leaving people feeling depressed and disconnected. The lack of sunlight, combined with the harsh weather conditions, is making it harder for people to feel motivated or happy. This growing discomfort is prompting many to consider relocating to countries with better climates. Places like Portugal, Spain, and Australia are becoming prime destinations for those seeking more consistent sunny weather and milder winters. The promise of a better quality of life, with outdoor activities year-round and more sunlight, is becoming a powerful draw for many Brits who are fed up with the endless rain and grey skies. Number 3. Job opportunities abroad. As the job market in the UK becomes increasingly competitive, many individuals are looking beyond their borders for more lucrative and fulfilling career opportunities. The job market in the UK, despite efforts to recover after the pandemic, is still facing several challenges in 2025. High inflation rates, stagnant wages, and a lack of career advancement opportunities are prompting many Brits to explore job options abroad. One of the key driving factors is the higher salaries and better benefits available in other countries. For example, in tech hubs like Germany, Ireland, or the US, the salaries for skilled professionals in sectors like technology, engineering, and finance are often far above what's offered in the UK. These countries also offer more attractive tax incentives, allowing professionals to retain more of their earnings, which makes the idea of relocating even more appealing. Beyond financial incentives, many Brits are also drawn to the better work environments abroad. Countries like Switzerland and Australia are known for having stronger labour laws, better employee benefits, and a healthier work-life balance. In contrast, the UK's relentless focus on productivity and long hours can be draining for many, especially when there are no clear pathways for promotion or development. Moreover, some industries are thriving in particular countries, offering unique opportunities for career growth. For example, the tech industry is booming in Silicon Valley and Berlin, while healthcare professionals are in demand in places like Canada and Australia, where the quality of life and working conditions are considered to be much better than in the UK. The allure of better job prospects, higher pay, and an overall improved quality of life is pushing many professionals to leave the UK in search of new opportunities elsewhere. And as countries abroad continue to compete for global talent, it's likely that this trend will only continue to grow. Number 2. Immigration and cultural opportunities. As the UK continues to evolve, many people are deciding to leave in pursuit of better immigration policies and cultural opportunities in other countries. While the UK has historically been known for its diversity and multiculturalism, the post-Brexit environment has made it more difficult for many to feel at home. Tightened immigration laws and a growing sense of cultural isolation have led many to explore places where the process of living abroad feels more accessible and welcoming. In 2025, immigration laws in the UK have become increasingly restrictive, especially for those coming from non-EU countries. The points-based immigration system has made it harder for skilled workers, students, and entrepreneurs to move to the UK, and the visa process can be long, expensive, and filled with red tape. For those seeking a fresh start or better opportunities, countries like Canada, Australia, and New Zealand offer much more generous and streamlined immigration pathways. But it's not just about getting in. The culture and quality of life also play a huge role. Many Brits are leaving the UK for countries that offer better cultural integration and a more relaxed pace of life. For example, countries like Portugal and Spain offer a welcoming atmosphere for expats, with expat communities thriving in cities like Lisbon and Barcelona. These locations are attractive because they offer both an affordable cost of living and vibrant cultural experiences that may feel more accessible compared to life in the UK. Furthermore, the appeal of moving to a country with a more balanced lifestyle, where outdoor activities, healthy living, and personal time are prioritised, has become irresistible for many. Whether it's the beautiful beaches of Portugal or the laid-back lifestyle in Australia, these countries are offering new cultural experiences and opportunities for Brits who feel disconnected from the UK's current atmosphere. Number 1. Economic uncertainty and taxes. At the top of the list of reasons people are leaving the UK in 2025 is economic uncertainty and the heavy tax burden. Despite attempts to stabilise the economy in the wake of the pandemic, the UK has faced continuous struggles with inflation, slow growth, and high public debt. These economic challenges have created a sense of financial insecurity, prompting many to seek more stable financial environments abroad. One of the biggest contributors to this uncertainty is the tax burden. Taxes in the UK have been steadily increasing, with both income taxes and national insurance contributions climbing higher. For high earners and business owners, the UK's progressive tax system can often feel overwhelming, with many feeling that they are not receiving equivalent value for the taxes they pay. Combined with inflation, which erodes purchasing power, and housing costs, which continue to rise, it's no wonder that people are looking elsewhere for more favourable tax conditions and economic stability. Countries like Switzerland, Singapore, and Ireland have become increasingly attractive for those seeking better tax incentives, lower cost of living, and a more stable financial environment. These countries offer lower tax rates, more business-friendly regulations, and overall higher disposable income for their residents. In fact, some nations even offer tax breaks for foreign nationals to encourage skilled workers and entrepreneurs to make the move. Furthermore, the uncertainty surrounding the UK's economic future, from concerns over potential recessions to questions surrounding the pound's stability, has prompted many to look for countries with stronger currencies and more robust financial systems. Moving abroad offers the promise of greater economic security, both for individuals and businesses, in places where the economic outlook feels far more stable. As we've explored today, there are many significant reasons why people are choosing to leave the UK in 2025, from economic uncertainty and tax burdens to healthcare struggles, political instability, and the quest for a better quality of life. For many, these challenges are simply too much to bear, and they're looking to brighter shores with more opportunities, stability, and peace of mind. The decision to leave one's home country is never an easy one. It's a deeply personal journey, one that involves sacrificing familiar surroundings, saying goodbye to family and friends, and navigating the unknown. But for many, the hope of a better life in a country that offers a sense of security, opportunity, and peace is worth the risk. We work tirelessly to bring you these videos, researching, writing, and editing every detail to to ensure you get the most accurate and insightful content possible. The process isn't easy, but it's incredibly fulfilling to know that this information might help someone make an informed decision, or at the very least, give them a new perspective. So, if you appreciate the effort we put into crafting these videos and want to support us in continuing to create content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. It's just one click, but it means the world to us and helps keep this channel alive. We are doing our best to give you the most valuable insights, and with your support, we can keep pushing forward. Your thoughts matter to us. Share them in the comments below. What do you think about leaving the UK? What's your experience? We'd love to hear your voice. Thank you so much for being here with us.